Hi, I'm James Schillinglaw. I'm here in Hvar in Croatia. It's an island off the coast of the mainland, and I'm at a fabulous, really new resort called Maslina Resort. And I'm here with Zoran Pejovic, who is the development director of this property. And we're going to talk about this because this is really a brand new property, and I think it's one that you can really sell to your clients. It's a luxury 4-star. It's a relais and chateau. Fine dining, everything else. But we're going to talk all about that on Insider Travel Report. Now, Zoran, first of all, thank you for hosting me. It's been a marvelous, all too quick stay. You have a fabulous property. You started last year during the pandemic, right?
Yeah. First of all, thank you for coming to our place, and pleasure to have you here. We did open a property in the middle of the pandemics.
Right.
You know, opening a hotel is difficult on its own, and then opening in the middle of the pandemics.
Well, you got the worst part over then, right?
Yeah, hopefully now we are looking towards better days, and the reservations are coming in steadily. So yeah, we opened our doors on 16th of August 2020.
Okay. And why did this happen? Why did you choose Hvar and this location?
Well, it was not me who chose it. The investors, a beautiful family from France, decided to actually fell in love with the place. Literally, they came here to this bay and they said this is amazing. They had somewhat a different idea initially about the project, and then we met 5 years ago. 5.5 years ago now, and we've started brainstorming and came up with the idea of putting together a luxury resort that would follow the concept of responsible hospitality, of mindful luxury,
sustainable tourism.
Exactly. Like, so we were even considering at one point of calling it organic resort, but I said, okay, let's leave for the guests to experience that part.
Where is the name from?
So Maslina means olive.
Okay.
And it's actually quite simple. There is at least 2,000.
There's an olive. That's not olive. I can't tell.
This is olive. This is olive.
That's an olive tree.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there you go. They're right overhead. So
Yeah.
we got a reason to call it an olive tree. It's a wonderful place. Now, talk a little bit about the accommodations, because it's very, very sleek and ultra modern, right?
Yeah. So we have 50 keys in the main hotel building plus the 3 villas. So now when you say ultra sleek and modern, it's just, I would say it's just a modern interpretation, elegant interpretation of an architecture and design that really takes its inspiration from the local craftsmanship, local materials, local colors. So the idea was, when you look at the hotel itself, the idea was to promote this low visual impact.
Yeah, it's not a high rise at all like this. It fits right into the side of the hill, right?
Exactly. So the idea was like, okay, first let's do a cascading building, then let's break it up so it doesn't feel like one huge building, and then add the wooden facade that really looks, when you look at these trees, and then the facade kind of follows the same line. And from the sea, you almost don't see a hotel.
No, I don't. I saw it from that, and I walked down to the sea, and you got a sort of a rocky front there, right? Yeah. There's a spa over there where you walk across the road, and it is really, you don't see the impact at all.
Yeah. So there was a reforestation of the trees, mainly Maslina or olive trees. They were taken from the site. They were removed and then replanted again after the hotel was completed. So there was the intention was to try and save most of the trees, as many trees as possible.
Right. And also within the rooms, I got to tell you, they're beautiful rooms. I mean, the bathrooms are beautiful. You have a wooden bathtubs. You have it all fits so perfectly. Talk a little bit about those rooms and the amenities in them.
So first of all, I think they are quite spacious. And today they say that this was, obviously we imagined the property before COVID, but now everybody speaks as luxury as the space. Yeah. I think we can offer, first of all, the rooms are spacious, but then there is enough space everywhere you go here at this property. The rooms, most of the rooms have beds in the middle of the room facing the sea, because we really wanted for the guests to enjoy.
And that you wake up and you wake up, you open the curtains, and wow,
Exactly. And then in terms of materials, again, natural materials, natural colors, a lot of inspiration from local craftsmanship. Like you mentioned, the wooden bathtubs. Every single room has these beautiful double vanities made from local birch stone, and then walk-in showers. And the idea was to create it a more of a residential feel, really, than a hotel feel. That's why when you come here, you don't have a lot of signalization. You don't have a lot, because we are here to tell you where to come and where to go and how to enjoy yourself. And because if you come to somebody's house, there wouldn't be signs all over how to get left and right. And the hotel was then also designed in such way, or the corridors were designed in such way for a guest to easily navigate and to figure out how to get from a bar to a restaurant, from a restaurant to a spa, to the kids' club.
It's not that hard with just 50 rooms, and you know exactly where you are. But I will say that from the moment you walk into reception is at this I call it a desk. It's not a desk. It's a slab of stone that is amazing, and it's just, you have to. We'll be showing it on camera here, but it's very impactful. I got to tell you.
So that piece of slab of stone was brought from the island of Brač, and it's 13.5 tons. And it was brought in during the construction, so the hotel had to be reinforced at that spot. The foundation had to be reinforced.
Yeah, I think so, because it's a heavy piece. It's a hunk of stone.
So we actually don't have a front desk; we have a front stone.
No, I remember as I was reaching across the stone to give my passport in, and it was lovely. Your staff is excellent. They actually know my name. Maybe you tipped them off, but they all knew my name at breakfast of people I hadn't met yet. So which is I've only been here a day, so it's amazing. And then of course the dining. I got to tell you, you and I had a wonderful dinner last night. And you have a French chef, I believe?
Yes, we have a French chef, Serge Golomet, who previously had a Michelin star on the Côte d'Azur, and he also embraced the concept here at Maslina of sourcing locally and playing with local ingredients, also looking into the old recipes and then recreating it in a more modern way, but then also kind of having a bit of a inspiration in everything we do here, and then the key element there is also our garden. So there is an organic garden adjacent to the hotel, maybe some 350 meters away from the main hotel building, where we grow some of our fruits, vegetables, herbs. Most of the herbs coming from the garden.
I knew I tasted something different last night. It was
all the herbs are from the garden.
There you go.
All the herbs that go into the bar are from the garden. All the herbs that go into the restaurant are from the garden. But most importantly, all the herbs that go into the treatments in the spa are from the garden. And we came up with, I think, quite a unique and a special concept there for the spa that we call a garden to skin, where one of the most common questions I got over the past few years was like, which cosmetics do you use at the spa?
Right.
We say, we make it.
Make it right there.
Yeah.
It's like,
so what do you mean? Well, the island of Hvar is famous for its aromatic herbs and medicinal herbs. And why would we bring it, from somewhere else? You just go pick it up and make your own tinctures and your own essential oils, and there you go.
There you go. Well, I had a chance to tour the spa. Unfortunately, didn't get a chance to do the treatments, but you have a pretty large spa for a 50-room hotel.
Yes, certainly. So, so I would say that wellness as a concept, or even more so, well-being, is part of that whole mindful luxury concept. Right. There is a spa and wellness facility, which is our most important facility. But well-being is taken outside of that facility into everything we do, and how we treat the guests, and how we treat each other, and how we treat the local community. Going back to the spa, yes, it is quite spacious. There are 5 beautiful treatment rooms. There is an aquathermal area with 3 different kind of saunas, steam rooms, a gym, a beauty salon, outdoor salas for the treatments. You could say it's oversized for the size of this hotel, but it's a crucial element of, again, if people come here to stay, they can stay. I guarantee you can stay a week at Maslina Resort and not be bored. Just if you don't even leave the hotel. But if you want to explore the island, then I would say at least 2 weeks. So guys, 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. And in fact, I did the crash course in one day now, and I'm back interviewing Zoran. Now, the other thing is, of course, you've already been recognized. You're a Relais Chateau Hotel. You're part of that group, and you were just became a member of Virtuoso, right?
Yeah, so that's actually quite incredible. Just a couple of weeks ago, we were admitted into the Virtuoso Preferred Hotels and Resorts program. And I guess that's one of those recognitions that you know, when you're setting up a hotel, you always imagine, what would you like? Would like to be part one of these memberships like Relais and Chateau? Okay, we got it. You know, you want to be part of the consortia that's really above all else, and then you go for Virtuoso, and then you imagine seeing yourself on one of those Condé Nast Travel magazine, in one of those magazines.
They've recognized you?
Exactly, and then Condé Nast Traveler comes out with the Hot List 2021, and there you go, Maslina Resort, and then they come up
only since last August. It's pretty amazing.
Exactly. So one could say that it favored us a bit, because not so many new, even though there was enough new openings in 2020, but we were one of the, I think, more prominent, especially in this part of the world. And then we had a chance to welcome a number of journalists and travel agents and people who could witness the quality. Exactly, because this is, you gotta see it to believe it.
No, absolutely. And seeing is believing. Believe me, when I came in, I was incredibly impressed right away. And you're also part of other hotel collections like Select, which is the travel leaders and global travel collection, global luxury collection, I think. And so you really, there are, if you're a travel advisor out there, you may already have this in your collection that they have a relationship with. So that's good news. What do you do here beyond, once you get out? Tell us a little bit. Just what are the things that you go on tour for?
So initially, and especially part of our package of activities, tours, excursions, we wanted to do almost most of the things around the wine and culture.
Right.
And wine is culture.
There's a lot of great wine around.
Exactly. So there is at least 2,000. First of all, it's important to mention that the Hvar is home to the oldest town on Eastern Adriatic, Stari Grad, over 2,400 years. And we're talking about continuously inhabited for 2,400 years. And in those 2,000...
It's not Hvar town, it's...
the Stari Grad. So Stari Grad is the original Hvar town, is the original Faros town. So Hvar is actually new Hvar, new town. And this Stari Grad literally means old town.
Right.
So that's when you translate it, that means old town. This is where the Greek settlers, when they reached over 2,400 years ago, they reached into this bay, they decided, okay, this is where we're gonna settle and make our settlement. And then they started, wine making and olive oil making, and as the Greek historian Thucydides, he's often credited as the first historian, said that the people rose from barbarism once they learned how to cultivate grapes for wine and olives for olive oil, because we can live without them, but they make our lives better. Currently in the Mediterranean, we can't really live anymore without olive oil and wine, but it's that is in our DNA.
And so if you want to explore wine, there's incredible places to go. Wine tasting, olive oil tasting, incredible history, beautiful views, no matter from where.
There is 7 different UNESCO protections on this island, so which is more than any other island in the world. Yeah. That is, then there is, we are often credited as the sunniest island in Europe.
As you can see, the sun is coming out.
It's beautiful, and it's not just that it's sunny. It's really pleasant. As you can see, it's a very green island. It's not burnt island.
No, there's a nice pleasant breeze this evening. We're doing well, and then of course to get here, it's not that bad. It's about 2.5 hour ferry from Dubrovnik, and much less from Split, right?
So from Dubrovnik there is a catamaran that takes like 2.5 hours. Catamaran from Split takes about an hour. Ferry from Split takes about 2 hours. We also, for our guests, offer optional transfer with our own private boats directly from the airport of Split to the property. Okay. So, for example, somebody who's I know most of your travel agents are in the States, but for example, if somebody was sitting in London in the morning, 2.5 hours flight to Split and 1 hour directly to the property with
You're
the
here.
speedboat, and you're here for lunch.
I like that idea.
We are in the heart of Europe, and people often think of heart of Europe somewhere in Central Europe because it's called Central Europe.
Right.
But technically, geographically, this is the heart of Europe.
Well, and it is, and it's the heart of the Adriatic too. So it's a really an amazing place, and one of the incredible places in Croatia. Is there anything else you want to tell our travel advisors out there about this wonderful hotel?
Well, we would like to welcome people, really to show them Dalmatian hospitality, Hvar hospitality, to show that we are way more than sea and sun, that there are layers and layers to be peeled off, whether it's culture and wine and history and well-being and our concept of mindful luxury, which we want to also promote to the world, that we can do hospitality in a bit more responsible and mindful way of how we go about ourselves and about each other, and being just kind. And I think that's in our DNA, in our philosophy here. And yeah, that's people. I think people will be looking for that type of travel.
Well, yeah, after the pandemic, I'm absolutely true, and this is a resort that if you didn't think about the pandemic, you'd want to come anyway. But now that we have had experience this, and we're talking this, we outside in Croatia, you don't have to wear masks right now. Inside, you do. Although I have to tell you, it's kind of hard to remember which way we go. But I think you guys are very mindful of it. You have hand sanitizer stations and all kinds of things. We're trying to be as healthy as we can. And also, Croatia just happens to be one of the healthiest countries during this pandemic, right?
Yeah, so in terms of, first of all, the vaccination is very successful so far, especially in the people in the industry. Most of the people in the industry we are talking about 60-70%, depending on which part of the country is already vaccinated. Right. Then secondly, we have literally no cases over the past few weeks. And then thirdly, we are all outside. And the transmission really has shown so far that outside it doesn't really happen. So, and people are still wearing masks inside, but I'm vaccinated, you're vaccinated, and I think we gotta find a way to live, because it's already took quite a bit of our lives.
I'm having a real tough time finding a way to live here. I'm sorry. I really got to work at it, as you can see. The sun's there. I'm under a beautiful olive tree. I have a wonderful room upstairs. I had a fabulous dinner last night, an equally wonderful breakfast. And I want to thank you for hosting me and really introducing me to this wonderful, wonderful resort. Maslina, it's really a place you got to book your clients. So thank you so much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.